So there's this annoying little disinfo tard that follows people around on YouTube, or maybe it's only me, reposting easily debunked trash, like this purported video of Building 7 being destroyed. But this video, unlike any of the other Building 7 videos, seems to have the demolition flashes and sound of explosions that no other camera was able to capture. Here's a silly video he's spreading around in its entirety.
Pull it. And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse.
Apparently, the truth is not necessarily to be believed, but to be embellished upon to make the viewers of this video arrive at incorrect conclusions. I tried to tell this lovely fella that the video was fake by pointing out very obvious problems, the first of which is that the video is flipped to make people believe that they're seeing the south side of the building, because everyone knows that there were no flashes visible on the north side of the building. This did not matter to this cretin, and people were thumbing up this sloppy fakery and sharing it. I've also had people mention the video where you can see the demolition flashes more than once, so I'm thinking that this must be what they were talking about. Let's take a closer look at this video in case you, dear viewer, come across this thing during your quest for the truth. The first huge problem is that the building, WTC 7, is reversed in the counterfeit scam video. And the vast majority of Building 7 videos are taken from the north side, and so is this one. The mechanical penthouse, which falls into itself before the rest of the building, was on the east side of the roof of the building, so it should be visible on the left. In the fraudulent video, the penthouse is on the wrong side. There is no reason to flip the building in the video unless you're trying to make the viewer think he or she is seeing some completely new footage from the other side, and not just some altered old footage, which is exactly what this is. Here's the original video. And here's the fake video, side by side with the video that it originated from before being flipped. Are we to believe that the flashes were only captured by a certain camera? Obviously, the footage is simply altered. The flash is added in using a program like Adobe After Effects. The same windows break in the same order on the same floors. But then, after a lot of strange zooming in and out, and focusing here and there combined with a removal of the background, our videographer manages to show us more floors of the building than were actually visible from this angle, by repeating rows 5 and 6 and 7 in the spot where the foreground building used to be. This is also to make the viewer believe that they are viewing the south side of the building in this supposed new, unseen footage. As you can see, these additional floors of broken windows are not in the original footage, and match up with the floors above them in the faked footage extremely well. And in case anyone thinks this is the south side of the building, this is what the south face of that building looked like during the afternoon. We are looking at the altered video of the north side. So we know that the video was flipped and zoomed and a few floors repeated, and some flashes very poorly added to make you think that explosions were going off as the building came down. Now, while the video maker obviously put at least a little effort into trying to fool our eyes, I'm wondering why he or she didn't put more effort into fooling our ears. Instead, the fake explosive sounds are lifted and barely changed at all except for volume from this controlled demolition compilation on YouTube. Listen carefully to the sound pattern of the actual demolition at the 8:36 mark in this video. Now listen carefully to the fraud video again. Video that the sound was lifted from. And the fraud video again. As for the Larry Silverstein clip added at the end, it's time for everyone to realize that this man did not just go rogue and say pull it when he was not supposed to. This is just another of the many Easter eggs planted for short-sighted people to find so that they can feel that they discovered a link to Israel and controlled demolition. So why would people repost a flipped video with fake flashes and audio that belongs to a different video of an actual controlled demolition? I think the even bigger question is, why did someone feel the need to create this mess in the first place? Did the controlled demolition crowd realize that, among other things, two very important things were missing from their lie, that WTC 7 and the towers were brought down by thermite and explosives? And those are the sound of explosives and visuals of explosives? All of the buildings were destroyed with directed energy weapons. That's why there are no sounds of detonations during any of their destructions. Listen to WTC-1 being destroyed. 110 stories of reinforced steel and concrete. Do you hear any explosions? Or just a steady roar, something like a train coming toward you, as described by many witnesses? Now listen to a 14-story building being demolished using controlled demolition. Next, a video of the 110 stories of WTC-2 being destroyed, with no sounds of explosives. The sounds of the demolition of a building that is about 100 stories shorter. The 47-story WTC 7 building being destroyed without any added sound effects.
And the second building collapsed. Came back 4 minutes later, looking like a Three Stooges movie covered in plastic, I swear to God. What do you got with you? That's a good shit. Then we went back there. Whoa, 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 whoa!
And a building less than half its height being destroyed by explosives. There's also this interview happening one street over and about 4 blocks north next to the college. Neither the woman being interviewed or the interviewer hear anything, and the mic picks up no sounds of explosions.
If anybody out there can help, any vendors who have food or supplies, the firemen have no food, nothing but snacks. They need fluids, they need water, and they need protein foods. This is just the beginning of what they're facing. So we need masks. We need TB masks. Holy shit!
They only realize that something's happening to Building 7 because someone sees it. And this interview is going on about 3 blocks north of WTC 7 at the corner of Warren and West Broadway. Neither of the women even realizes the building has been destroyed until it's already over and one of them sees the dust cloud heading their way.
Advise us to leave because we have... Oh my God. Look behind us. Please pan in this way. Please be careful of your baby. This is it.
That's the building coming down.
So how could all 3 of these buildings, a combined total of 267 floors, disappear from the Manhattan skyline via controlled demolition without the sound of explosions? Because a directed energy weapon that can turn steel into dust does not need any explosives. The plan was maximum terror and minimum damage to the surrounding real estate. So watch out for these either misinformed or purposely deceitful creeps on YouTube. Whether they realize it or not, they're working in tandem with these guys to keep the mistaken theory that protects the actual 9/11 perpetrators alive and well. If you're interested in finding out what really happened on 9/11 and the method used to turn the majority of those towers into dust, visit drjudywood.com and purchase her book, Where Did the Towers Go?, for even more amazing pictures and analysis and information than you can find online. No altered footage and 0 added sound effects necessary.